Davis, 7 James Dobson, 8 Matthew Lynch, 9...
Good afternoon everyone and welcome to the latest edition of Rebels Radio, here brought to you today from the Mood Chimp Stadium, home of Stratford Town, for this Evo 6 Southern Premier League. But the stadium announcer's right next to our ears, so it's difficult to hear if we're working, but we're going to carry on and just wait for him to finish. So yes, we're here today at Stratford on Avon for this Evo 6 Southern Premier League match, and just a little warning to you that the internet isn't fantastic around this, so you might lose a bit of signal, a bit of buffering and stuff like that, so just bear with us there. We're just going to wait for this bloke to finish talking, it'd be great. Yes, so here we are, and this is Rebels Radio, brought to you by our two sponsors. They are the Slough Town Supporters Trust, who are currently taking bookings for the sponsored walk at the last game of the season. If you want to get involved with that or you'd like to sponsor someone, please look at their website or come down to their Supporters Trust gazebo at home games. Also, our other sponsors are My Football Club, the online football community, and you can find out more about them through the Pachero website. If you type in Pachero and MyFC, they'll give you all the details you need there. Those are our two sponsors here. Hopefully this bloke will finish in a minute, because he's extremely loud. I will run through the two sides for you again. We'll keep you up to date with the other games and scores in the Evo 6 Southern Premier League, and the race for 100 league goals comes down to 5 teams. Who will be the team that gets there first? Slough on 95, 97 for Hereford and Kettering. They're the 3 leaders, but the top 5 all in the 90s. We'll see if someone can get to 100 league goals scored this afternoon. We'll bring you all of the action as well as we can, and there are ways to get in contact as well. If you're listening via the YouTube, then you should be able to find that there is a bit that says comments. I think it comes up as comments or chat on yours, but it definitely comes up as a chat room on mine. You can go on there. Good afternoon to Lorna Fraser, whose son is on the bench, sorry. Neil's there as well. Good afternoon, Neil. And also to Rebel. So if you do want to get in contact, you can contact us via there, or you can via Twitter. It's at MyFC of Rebels Radio, all one word. Those are the ways that you can contact us here this afternoon. And please, just in case you didn't hear that, the internet signal here isn't fabulous, and you may get a little bit of cutting out here and then. So there you go. We will have our usual half-time quiz. And we've even got for you today a half-time joke of the day. So there's something for you to stay tuned for at half-time. So just a couple of things for you. Up-and-coming games for the Rebels coming thick and fast. This is a second or third of away games. The third one will be on Tuesday, 10th of April, 7:45 kickoff, where Slough will be away to Biggleswade Town, weather permitting, and we'll keep our eye on that. Also then after that, it's a home game for the Rebels. It's Saturday the 14th of April, 3 o'clock kickoff, where Slough will be home to currently second place Kings Lynn. So a good game there for you to come down to. Then the next game after that is a Monday evening. That's the 16th of April, where Slough will be away to Hitchin Town, 7:45 kickoff. So please be aware from that. Also, we are down to just one working microphone. That's just as well, because there's only one working person, although that can be put in doubt. If the microphone goes bust, then we'll try and see if we can dig the other one out, but hopefully we should be alright with this karaoke special that we've got here today. So there you go. I will run through the two sides for you in a second. The other games in the Southern Premier League this afternoon sees Banbury at home to Biggleswade. It's Dorchester at home to Bishop Stortford. Dorchester announcing this week that they will be having a 3G pitch put in at the end of the season, so they'll be playing on AstroTurf next season. Dunstable versus Kettering. It's Farnborough versus Tiverton. Bottom of the table clash for 24th versus 22nd. It's Gosport Borough versus St Ives. Hereford versus Chesham. Hitchin versus Froome. Froome, whose manager left after Slough's 4-0 win on Wednesday night, and a couple of players have gone as well, and unfortunately you can't actually sign any more players. So Froome are just down to their bare bones of 12 for their away game today at Hitchin. It's Kings Lynn versus Merthyr, Kings Langley versus St Neots, Redditch versus Weymouth, and Royston versus Basingstoke. Those are your other games in the Southern Premier League this afternoon. And we have a couple of things for you just to be aware of. Previous meetings between Slough and Stratford haven't really gone Slough's way. In 5 previous meetings, Slough won 1, drawn 3 and lost 1, scoring 4 and conceding 7, although that was down to a 4-2 loss at Beaconsfield a couple of seasons ago. Two sides a bit earlier this season, where Stratford Town took the lead through Mike Taylor, who's not on the starting 11 this afternoon. Slough equalised with an Alan Inns equalised on the 93rd minute, so Slough will be hoping for a better performance than that this afternoon. And after the game off, good afternoon to David Randall, who's on as well. Good afternoon to you. We will have a home game. Please be aware that also that the Wednesday the 18th of April, Slough will be at home to MK Dons in the Berks and Bucks Senior Cup tie, so please keep an eye on that as well. And just a reminder that if you do have any kind of special occasions, birthdays, weddings, parties, anniversaries or anything like that, you can now hire the Arbour Park through the football club. So go through the football club to hire that, and we've obviously got a working bar and food, so if you have any events that you want to hold there, please get in contact with the club and we'll do our best to sort you out. I'll start with the starting lineups then for the two sides this afternoon, and it'll start with the home side, Stratford Town. In goal for them is Louis Connor, making his 50th appearance of the season. 2 is the captain, James Fry. 3 is Lee Thomas. 4, James Hancox. 5, Liam Francis. 6 is Andy Galliner. 7, Jazz Lucky. 8, Justin Marsden. 9 is Edwin Akinkura, which is going to be fun for me to say. 10 is Illy Bacco, and 11 is Charlie Evans. Substitutes for Stratford Town this afternoon are 12 Dan Summerfield, 13 Scott Martin, 14 Ben Stevens, 15 Mike Taylor, and 16 is Loy C. Reshi. For the Rebels, there's a couple of changes for them. In goal is Jack Turner, 2 is Josh Jackman, 3 George Wells, 4 Nathan Smart, 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Scott Davies, 7 James Dobson, 8 Matt Lynch, 9 Perry Coles, 10 Manny Williams, and 11 is goal scoring machine at the moment Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels this afternoon are 12 Sean Fraser, 14 Guy Hollis, 15 Matt Day, 16 is Lee Togwell, and 17 is Chris Flood. We have a female referee today in Sarah Garrett, and she will be off later on in midweek to officiate at a women's international game in Slovakia. Her assistants are Kurt Bartlett and Adam Clenahan. I hope that's right. So there you go, those are your times. I'll run through those two teams for you again just before kick-off as well. And good afternoon to Neil Humphrey. Neil Humphrey, are you in this country today, or are you in a different country, globe-trotting as you are? We'll get you to find that out. So bear in mind, we do have the half-time quiz and, most importantly, the half-time joke of the day as well. And like I say, do get in contact with us and we'll give you all of those details as well. So just a reminder that the Slough Town Supporters Trust do have a sponsored walk, which is this season. Normally they walk to the last away game of the season. They're doing a special one this season because Slough is bringing back the half marathon to the borough of Slough. So there is a new route for that, and this sponsored walk will take that route. So if you are interested in either participating in the walk, there are 2 walk lengths. There's the half marathon. There's also one which is 6 miles. Please get in contact with the Slough Town Supporters Trust on their website, or if you're at the game before that, the 2 free games that we've got at home before that, then you can go to the gazebo, which is as you come in through the main gates. You can sign yourself up for that, or just sign up to sponsor someone who is doing the game, the walk. Sorry, my apologies. It's just that all these people are taking photos of the players in the tunnel. We can't actually see them at the moment, so there you go. So we're here at Stratford Town, Stratford-on-Avon. Now normally I would give you loads of jokes about tragedies, comedies of errors, As You Like It and Midsummer Night's Dream. Throw those in the commentary somewhere, but that's all been done. So we'll get rid of all the cliches for this afternoon, and we'll just do some normal commentary. We won't try and sneak any of those in, because you must be expecting that. We don't want that to happen. So there you go. The 2 sides are just in the tunnel waiting to come out. And here they come, led out by our female referee, and the Slough in their away kit of amber and navy, and Stratford in their all blue home kits. As the 2 sides come out here today. Neil Humphreys in Slough this afternoon. Good afternoon, Neil. Nice of you to be globetrotting again. And there you go. It's some large numbers of Slough fans. There's 57 Slough fans on the coach this afternoon, so a big number there. And they're just going through the handshakes now. It's the poor mascot at the front. Just taking him a while to get the hang of this. And there you go. So we are a couple of minutes away from the kickoff here. So I'll run through the starting lineups for you again. Starting with the home side. Stratford Town in goal is Louis Connor. 2 is the captain, James Fry. 3 is Lee Thomas. 4, James Hancox. 5 is Liam Francis. 6 is Andy Galliner. 7 is Jazz Lucky. 8, Justin Marsden. 9, Edwin Akinkora. 10, Eli Bacco, sorry. 11, Charlie Evans. For the Rebels, Jack Turner in goal. 2, Josh Jackman. 3, George Wells. 4, Nathan Smart. 5 is Mark Nisbet, the captain. 6 is Scott Davies. 7, James Dobson. 8, Matt Lynch. 9, Perry Coles. 10, Manny Williams. And 11 is Warren Harris. Those are your starting 11s for you this afternoon. Pitch looking in fairly good condition here at Stratford Town. And there we go. Just waiting for the referee to call the 2 captains over here. Bit of team news for Stratford. They're missing their 2 better of their, what we're told as their better players. Will Grocott is unavailable today, and Ben Stevens, who has been on trial at a couple of professional league clubs, is on the bench this afternoon. So maybe with Stratford safe, they're trying a few things out for next season. Referee just about to call them over. A little bit late kicking off here at the Mood Chimp Stadium, as it's called. And again, normal, fairly low. We're situated right by the speaker here, so unfortunately, if you're not hearing us very well, that's most probably what it is. And we just wait for the referee to sort out who's kicking which way here at Stratford Town. Looks like they've done their shake of hands. Slough will be going from left to right for this first. Hopefully he'll turn this music off. It's horrible, tinny sound. God, dearie me. I think he's going to turn it off now. Oh, thank God for that. So Slough will be shooting from left to right for this first half. And Slough in their kit of amber and navy. It's going to be Stratford Town with the kickoff. And we're just seconds away from bringing you all the action. The Slough fans just making that long walk round to the goal to the right. As we still wait for the referee just to make sure everything's okay for the start of this game. Still waiting. They're just waiting for the assistant on the far hand side just to make sure everything's okay. She's happy now. And we might even get a game of football. There you go. It starts there on the far hand side, and the ball played forward here, looking for Lucky. It's headed away by Josh Jackman. Comes here to Akinkora. Akinkora keeps the ball in well. Oh, it's well nipped in there by Davies for Slough. Playing the ball in, looking for the run of Manny Williams, but it's hooked clear in the end there by Galliner. It comes up here. Josh Jackman will just try and see the ball out, and it comes off the head of Lucky and is out for a. I think she's actually given a free kick here, but it should be a throw to the Rebels this afternoon. Just trying to get some numbers here as we wait. So it's Josh Jackman to come across to take this throw. Slough mixing up the trying to give players 90 minutes here, which is why you've got a bit of different team selection. Ball thrown here towards Jack Turner, who's wearing his all green goalkeeping kit apart from the white sleeves. Long kick down the field for him. Perry Cole's underneath it, beaten to the ball though by Galliner. Ball comes into the centre where it's won back by Davis, given to Lynch, but told Lynch a bit short, and it's come out on the far hand side to Evans. Evans has the ball here, plays it back to the right back Fry, but unfortunately he just skies that one up in the air and goes straight out of play for a throw to Slough on the halfway line. George Wells will come across to take it just a couple of feet inside the Stratford Town half, and just looking for a bit of movement down that left hand side. Movement comes from Coles, trying to flick the ball on. Galliner comes across to clear, goes straight back out of play. It'll be another throw to the Rebels, and a quick throw here by Wells, trying to find Dobson, but he's had the ball snatched off him. It's come here to Bacco with the ball forward, just almost slipped the ball through, but cut out by Smart. Then Smart makes a mistake, but he gets back at the ball there before Akinkora can get there, and it's been played out there on the far hand side, and Nathan Smart just managed to get back to cover his own mistake there, but it's gone out of play for a throw to Stratford, a couple of feet inside their own half, and the right back Fry will be the player that goes across to take this. And he takes a short one in here towards Marsden. Marsden robbed of the ball by Scott Davies, trying to find Dobson. Sells Dobson short, and Marsden's won the ball back here on the far hand side. Ball here chasing for Akinkora to come across. Akinkora keeps the ball in here by the far hand side, turns away from goal, being pushed back here by Nathan Smart. Needs a bit of help on the far hand side. It comes here from Evans. Evans 25 yards away, trying to play the ball in. Hooked clear by Nisbet and finds Davies. Davies now finds Lynch. Lynch immediately under pressure, but finds the ball out here towards Coles. Coles turns inside the centre circle and then plays the ball on the far hand side, trying to find Dobson, but it's cut out well by Fry, and it's played up here towards Evans, who goes past George Wells and gives the run through, or he goes past Nisbet as well, but George Wells comes across and clears and goes out for a throw to Stratford on the halfway inside the Slough half, quickly taken by Fry, finding Evans. Evans turns, gives the ball back here towards Fry, hits it straight at Lynch, and Lynch now finds Dobson with the ball. Dobson down that left hand side, being closed down by Backo. Ball played forward, looking for Williams. Williams gets the touch through Coles, and the ball played forward. Manny Williams is offside, doesn't chase the ball, and it'll be Coles who will chase it down on the far hand side. Connors had to go all the way to the corner flag to try and get this one, and well chased down by Coles. Now have a throw here, and Williams takes it quickly towards Dobson. Dobson's goalkeeper's only just got back into his box. Ball crossed in there, comes in towards Francis. Francis chests the ball down and then hooks the ball clear, only as far as Jackman. Jackman with a heavy touch, but slides in and gets the ball and finds Williams in towards Warren Harris. Lunging tackle by Gallagher, wins it back and played on the far hand side here for Akinkora. Akinkora running through and goal, but Nathan Smart comes and closes him down well. Akinkora just inside the box, being forced wide here by Slough, but he's got some help here in the left back in Thomas. And Thomas here up against Davies, again being forced into the corner. Needs a bit of help there, and he's trying to turn on that far hand side, trying to get past Davies. Davies holds him off, and in fact it comes off Thomas last and is out for a throw to Slough right by their own corner flag. And it will be Josh Jackman to go and take this throw for the Rebels. A couple of feet away from the corner flag, so Slough deep in their own half here at the moment. And Jackman just being urged. I was wondering why Scott Davies doesn't come over to take it. He knows he's got a long throw. It's Jackman with the throw. It's going to be a free header for Thomas. Thomas's header comes through here, and Davies gets his head to it and hooked clear by Josh Jackman. And then the ball's headed away by Fry, only as far as Warren Harris. Harris on a bit of form with some cracking goals, just can't keep that ball in. It's gone off play for him and out for a throw to Stratford Town. And someone just a couple of feet down from us just giving some inspirational advice. Jackman heads the ball away though. It comes in the centre here to Backo, taken off his feet by Lynch, just back out for another throw here to the home side. About 10 yards inside the Slough half. And long throw here by Thomas, trying to find Lackey. Jackman comes across and has to play the ball. Puts it into the allotments behind that goal. It's gone out of play. And I think that will be a corner for the home side this afternoon. And it's going to be the number 10, Backo, that goes across to take this corner. And coming up from the back for Stratford is Francis. But they take it short here towards Evans. Evans just hooks the ball here on the edge of the box here to Hancock. Hancock's just being forced wide here by Lynch. Gives it to Evans. Evans trying to cross the ball in. Lynch gets a tackle in, but only as far as Backo. Backo's ball in here. It's a good ball in. Finding Marsden. Marsden with a shot is straight at the goalkeeper, Jack Turner. But the first effort of the game comes from Stratford. And Slough trying to get on the attack here with Dobson down the right-hand side. Thomas comes across. Dobson's trying to hold him off and keeps the ball in play. Just a few people there, so you can't really see what's going on down that far hand side. If it goes down that far corner, we'll just make the commentary up as it goes along. Slough want to throw level with the 18-yard box here. Josh Jackman will go across to take this throw. Dobson appearing on the right hand side here for a second, just doing his boots up, I believe. I can't see. Yeah, it looks like it's a throw here for Slough, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris stretches and gets the ball back here towards Jackman, but ball's won back by Warren Harris. When the referee says it's a foul on Jackman, it'll be a free kick to the Rebels, around about 18 yards from goal, but a couple of feet from the sideline here. And we'll keep you up to date, see if there's any goals going on in the other games here this afternoon. And Hereford have already got one. Hereford are 1-0 up at home to Chesham United. And it's going to be Dobson to take this free kick for the Rebels. Puts a lot of distance on it. At the back post is Warren Harris. It's been kept. I thought it's gone out of play. It's gone out of play. It's gone out for a goal kick there. I thought Warren Harris had managed to keep the ball in, but it's not. It's out for a goal kick to Stratford Town. Early days yet so far. Just coming up to 7 minutes gone. And Weymouth have taken the lead away to Redditch. It's Redditch 0, Weymouth 1. That's 2 of the top 5 scoring already. As Connor looks to take this goal kick for Stratford Town. And it's a long ball here, played in but headed away well by Wells. Comes through to Warren House, flicks the ball on, trying to find Williams. Come in towards Davis. Davis finds Dobson just on the halfway line, trying to chip the ball over the head for Coles. It's hooked clear in the end there by Hancock, headed away by Davis. Comes through to Dobson, who plays it back towards Davis and spreads it out here to the left hand side where George Wells has time on the ball. He plays the ball for looking for Williams, cut out again by Hancock, but Wells tries to get there first. Akinkura gets a touch in and wins the ball back here and finds Hancock. His ball spread out here, looking for Lucky on the far hand side, and Lucky is adjudged to have fouled. It's a free kick to the Rebels, and the referee just given a soft foul there for the Rebels. Turner tries to take this one quickly, looking for Dobson on that far hand side. Dobson rises high, flicks the ball on, trying to find Coles, hooked clear by Galliner, and it'll come here towards Nisbet. Nisbet volleys the control but gives it to Wells, gets the ball back here and then trying to spread the ball here to Warren Harris on this near hand side. Warren Harris trying to flick the ball on, he'll actually keep the ball in here from his own little flick on, and comes down the right hand side in towards Williams. Williams turns well and then finds Lench. Lench just under pressure from Marsden, and the ball here with Nathan Smart back in towards Lench. Played out here towards Chapman. Ball takes a horrible bobble there and he puts the ball in. Warren House trying to get there first. Thomas just barges him off the ball and it comes here to Francis. Francis plays the ball over the top. It will go all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner will just take his time here with this goal kick and then plays it down here looking for Dobson on the far hand side. Dobson wins the header again, but is offside, and it's going to be a free kick to Stratford Town. 0-0 here at the moment, and these first 9 minutes, and it's going to be the goalkeeper Connor who will take this free kick for the home side eventually, as he finally takes the free kick here. Look, going forwards, it's headed away though by Wells, comes here towards Lynch. Lynch finds Dobson on the left hand side, ball played forwards here and comes in towards Coles. Coles back in towards Davies. Davies in towards Wells. Wells has the ball halfway inside his own half and play back here towards Jack Turner. Turner spreads it here towards Jackman. Jackman's got a bit of space, controls the ball well, gets bundled over by Lucky. That one should have been a foul. The referee says no, and the ball's played on, chased down there for Lucky, but it's gone too far out of play, and it'll go all the way back to Turner in the Slough goal, who keeps the ball in and brings it back into his penalty area. So 10 minutes gone here. It's 0-0 at the moment. The ball's played here to Mark Nisbet, playing in centre defence this evening. Plays the ball here for Williams. Williams comes deep to Ken the ball, gets tackled by Galliner, wins a free kick here. The referee surprisingly gives a free kick for that soft challenge, where the foul on Josh Jackman there earlier was a lot worse, and got nothing for it. Redditch have equalised. It's Redditch 1, Weymouth 1. Wells takes the free kick here towards Dobson. Oh, Dobson sold short there and gets a good tackle by Fry. Ball played forward here, looking for Williams. Williams trying to hold the ball up. He's surrounded by 3 Stratford players, and Fry brings the ball out, plays it down here for Akinkura to taste. Nisbet's there for Slough, and Nisbet keeps it in and then loses it to Akinkura. Akinkura then finds Bacco. Bacco just on the edge of the box, closed down by a couple of players. Back out here to Akinkura, back in towards Bacco. Challenged by Nisbet, wins the ball, and it comes here towards Dobson. Dobson cuts inside and finds the ball to Lynch. Lynch with the ball forward, trying to find Coles. Coles has got a bit of a chance here now. He's got Warren Harris in front of him. Oh, he tries to play it through, but Francis sticks a leg out there to clear the ball. But good running from Warren Harris there, bursting into the box. And it's a quick throw here for Slough, finds Davies. Davies the ball inside here towards Lynch. Lynch has got a bit of space here, and I don't know who's for that one to. That's straight out of play for a throw to Stratford on the far hand side. So 0-0 here at the moment. Goals flying in other games in the Southern Premier League this afternoon. So if you do want to get in contact with us, you can do via Twitter. If you look at the comments bit under the bit you're listening, that's on the YouTube bit, or Twitter is at MyFC Rebels Radio. So we wait for Fry to take this throw on the far hand side. It's thrown in, headed one by Wells, but only as far as Marsden. Marsden's ball looking for Akinkura, headed away though by Nisbet, and then in the centre it's hooked clear by Nisbet again. Williams will try and chase it down, but Connor will get there first on the edge of his box, and that's an easy take for the Stratford Town goalkeeper, who immediately launches the ball high into this overcast air. Akinkora and Nisbet underneath it. Nisbet wins the header. He finds his header towards Dobson. Dobson just overruns the ball, and it allows Marsden to tackle him, and it's out of play for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. Come about 10 yards inside the Slough half. George Wells will be the player that takes this throw for the Rebels and throws it in here towards Davies. Davies being closed down immediately by Hancock's. Ball played in towards Warren Harris. It's got Jackman on the overlap here, and Jackman comes down this near hand side. Just plays it back in here towards Warren Harris. Still got Jackman on the outside and finds him. Jackman cuts inside, trying to cross on his left foot. Ball played in, headed away by Francis, and Lucky will try and get there before Davis. Davis gets a touch to it and plays it in towards Smart. Smart turns under pressure from Akinkora, goes back towards his goalkeeper. And Slough keeping the ball well here. Played out here towards Nisbet. And Nisbet chased down by Evans. Sold Lenchy a short one there. Nathan Smart has to come across for Slough. And it's one back here by Lucky. And Lucky's fouled. It's a free kick here to Stratford Town. And a couple of Slough fans not impressed with that free kick. It did look as though Lucky tripped over his own foot, which is unlucky. But it's going to be Thomas that takes this free kick for Stratford. It's 5 or 6 yards inside their own half. And eventually he'll take this free kick. And aims on the far hand side. That's going to absolutely no one. And it will be seen out here by George Wells. And that'll be a goal kick to the Rebels. So an uneventful 13.5 minutes so far here at the Mood Chimp Stadium. Just that one shot on target from Stratford, which was an easy save for Jack Turner. And just not much else really going on here today. Slough yet to find any kind of rhythm as we wait for Turner to take this goal kick here, and he plays it here, aims towards Warren Harris, flicking the ball on, plays it behind Coles. Coles trying to get there first. It comes off the knee of Callender and one back by Warren Harris. Finds Scott Davies. Davies trying to chip the ball in. Oh, he's gone for... It looked like it was a cross, but it curled away, and then Connor just had to adjust his feet to stop it from going over his head. But in the end, it was an easy take there. I think if Davies had hit that with a little bit more power, would have given the goalkeeper a little bit more to do. But Connor, huge kick here from the goalkeeper. Aimed here towards Bacco. Underneath it is Nisbet. And Davis has time to control the ball, and under pressure from Marsden, turns away from him, and then again gets a cheap free kick by this referee here. And Slough will be happy for it. Nathan Smart just runs straight into Hancock's because he's standing over the ball. Ball played in here by Turner towards Dobson. Dobson's first time touch trying to find Coles. Coles beaten to the ball by Gannon, and it comes here to Hancock's. His clearance does well to find Bacco. Bacco turns, trying to find Evans on the far hand side. Sneaked in by Wells. Wells on the overlap, just can't get there. Galliner clears, and Akinkora is offside. It's a free kick to the Rebels here. About 10 foot inside their own half. And Slough take it quickly with Nisbet firing Lench. Played out here towards Nathan Smart. And Smart just ball forward looking for Williams. Williams trying to hold the ball up. Finds Jackman, and Jackman's little touch in towards Warren Harris. Or Williams just loses the ball. It just bounces over his foot and comes here towards Marsden. Marsden chipping the ball forward, but Jack Turner watches that one, and it's easy claim for him and rolls it out here to Mark Nisbet. Nisbet bringing the ball out here for Slough, and then plays the ball forward, looking for the run again of Dobson. Dobson winning that flick on against Fry. Comes in towards Mars, and his touch is good. Plays it out here to the right back, Fry, the captain as well. And he plays the ball down, but James Dobson slides in to block the ball. It goes out of play for a throw to Stratford, around about 10 yards inside their own half. And the game yet to ignite here in Warwickshire, as we wait for Fry to take this free kick. Throw on, sorry. Ball played in, headed away by Wells. Good afternoon to everyone in the wheat sheaf this afternoon who are listening in. Ball played in here towards Evans. Just evades a couple of chances. Plays the ball up here towards Lucky. Those played away and cleared by Lench. Finds Williams. Williams has the ball at his feet, trying to look for the ball forwards. He just got caught there, and Williams has got a bit of a touch there, but it's one back by Jackman, finding Warren Harris. Harris will try and release Jackman on the overlap, and Manny Williams is down injured here for the Rebels. And Slough not impressed with the fact that Manny Williams has been caught. And she hasn't gone over to see if Manny Williams needs any treatment yet, which is quite surprising. Manny's just going to try and hobble this one off. I don't think he's too impressed with the referee there with that decision. Long throw here from Thomas. Headed away by Jackman, goes straight out of play for another throw to the home side. And it's taken quickly here by Thomas, finding Francis. Francis trying to chip the ball over the top, looking for Akinkora. It's got way too much on it, goes out of play for a goal kick. And that kind of sums up the afternoon here so far. It's been a very, very quiet afternoon. Very little going on in the Southern Premier League at this game. Tiverton have taken the lead at Farnborough. And it's Jack Turner to take this goal kick to get the game back underway here. And it's Turner, long kick down the field. Again looking for Dobson. Dobson flicking the ball. I'm trying to find Williams. Williams being held there, and it's one back here by Lynch, but it comes off a deflection towards Bacco and finds Hancock. Hancock's chipping the ball here towards, looking for Lucky. Jackman gets his foot, so it just gets pushed off the ball there, referee. I mean, how's that not a foul? Crazy. Anyway, a ball's here with Akinkora up against Nathan Smart. Nathan Smart sees it out of play. I really don't understand what this referee's doing. That was a clear push on Josh Jackman, not given as a foul. Yet a couple of little fouls in the middle, which aren't fouls, have been given. So I don't know what's going on. But hey ho, who knows? Who knows what's going on? It's going to be a goal kick here for the Rebels, and we're coming up to 19 minutes gone here. Still 0-0 between the two sides. So Turner takes this goal kick again, finding Warren Harris. Harris trying to let the ball come down up against Thomas. Hits it straight at Thomas. Tries to get the rebound, and it comes out here towards Jackman. Jackman's ball finding Coles. Coles up against Francis, trying to turn his way through. It comes off Thomas left, who keeps the ball in. Nathan Smart chests the ball down, and there is Davies. Silly little back flick. Gives the ball away to Akinkora, who then finds Marsden. Marsden spreading the ball on the far hand side, looking for Evans. Evans takes it on his chest in his stride, up against Wells on that far hand side. Cuts back inside, and has some help here from Fry. Fry's ball in is poor, and it's cut out well by Matt Lynch. And then Lynch finds Warren Harris, who's deep inside his own half. Little ball back in for Davis. Davis trying to play the ball through. It comes off the thigh of Francis, and he'll be out for a throw to the Rebels. Josh Jackman comes across to take this throw, and throws it here towards Nathan Smart. Smart's got plenty of time on the ball, and looks to spread it on the far hand side, looking for Dobson. Dobson will do well to keep he does well to keep the ball in, but he just hooks it. It goes straight out of play for a goal kick to Stratford Town. We've had a little burst of song from the Slough fans, but they've been very quiet this afternoon here, and the Slough side just need a little bit of a lift here at the moment as we wait for Connor to take this goal kick, and it's he gets around to it eventually, and looking for Evans on that far hand side, beaten to the ball well by George Wells, and it ricochets here kindly for Dobson. He's got Lynch in front of him, finds Manny Williams. Manny Williams' ball turns and holds the ball up back in towards Dobson. Dobson trying to find Coles, headed away by Francis, coming to Bacco. Bacco's ball finds Marsden, and Slough have won the ball back here with Matt Lynch and finding Jackman. Jackman being just to bring the ball forwards here for the Rebels. He's got Warren Harris on the overlap if he needs him. Tries to cross the ball to the far hand post where Manny Williams is there. He's come off the thing, and Manny Williams is offside. And that seemed like a very strange decision there. And the Slough fans making some noise now. You must have told them they were quiet. It's a couple of goals going in around in the league. It's Kings Langley 1, St Neots 1. And no goals here this afternoon at the moment, as we're approaching halfway through the first half. Connor takes this goal kick again, looking for Evans again. Wells wins the header. Lynch wins the second one, only as far as Fry. Fry's ball hits Bacco and comes here, and Davis comes across, heads the ball out of play. It'll be a throw to Stratford Town, halfway inside the Slough half on the far hand side. And it'll be Fry, the captain, who goes across to take this throw. And he's just waiting for a bit of movement. Comes from Bacco. Bacco just forcing Fry deep. Underneath pressure from Lynch. Comes off Lynch last, goes out of play for a throw. Exactly the same position of where it was. And just waiting for someone to throw a ball back. And we might even get a game of football here today. Just as well, we've got a half-time quiz and a half-time joker. Otherwise, this is going to be a very boring couple of hours. Ball played forward, headed away by Wales. It's another throw to Stratford. That means they've gained a few more yards. And it will be, again, Fry who will take this throw. Level with the 18-yard box, this one of the Slough half. And his quick throw in towards Akincourt. Fry gets the ball back on the far hand side, and it's a silly play there because Evans, who received the ball, is in an offside position, and that's a bit of a waste of a throw there for the home side. And it's a free kick to the Rebels, and it'll be Jack Turner that goes to take this one. Shelby Sports are playing at Arbour Park this afternoon, and they've taken the lead against Tame United Reserves, 1-0 for them. And it's a kick here by Jack Turner. Headed away by Fry. Comes in by Wells. Wells with the header. Finds Lynch. Lynch just stretching and holding the ball up. Plays it back here toward Nisbet. Oh, Nisbet just gets it caught in his feet. And Jack Turner has to come out for Slough and play the ball forwards. Cole's trying to win it. Cole's is offside. That is crazy. She's given offside against Cole. So he ran across the box. I don't understand that. Some very strange decisions going on this afternoon. But 0-0. It's a free kick to Stratford Town. And like I say, 5 out of the 5 previous meetings, 3 of these have ended in draws. It's heading that way at the moment. Weymouth have just got a second goal. They lead now 2-1. St Neots leads 2-1 as well. Ball played forwards on the far hand side. Looking for Evans. Wells ducks underneath. It goes out of play for a throw to the home side. And Slough will take the throw on the far hand side with George Wells. And it's headed away though by Galliner. Comes in here towards Lucky. Lucky holding the ball up. Just goes down under no pressure whatsoever. The ball just being battled for in a little bit of space here. Ball's here with Bacco. Finds Hancock's. Hancock's trying to find Thomas, the left back who'd come forwards for Stratford. Up against Warren Harris. Being forced back by Harris. Trying to turn. He's got Bacco here near him, and Bacco chips the ball in. It's a loose ball. Akincourt tries to win it, and Dobson just gets his body in the way, but Akincourt still has the ball, and then finds Evans on the far hand side. Evans up against Wells, cuts it in on his right hand side, gets a low shot in. It's blocked on the line. Oh, Jazz Lucky's offside. He's in the 6-yard box there. He's in a offside position, and it'll be a free kick to the Rebels. But the Rebels,
attendance is 314.
There you go.
314.
The attendance today is 314, with a good contingent here from Slough, but still 0-0 here as Turner takes his free kick, and Francis will have a free header. His header only finds Nisbet. Good control by him, and then trying to flick the ball out, but not the best of touches. It's gone out of play. And a very scrappy first 25 minutes here for the Rebels, with not a shot on goal for the visitors yet. Thomas to take this throw in towards Hancock's. Under pressure, hooks the ball straight out of play, and that'll be a throw to Slough. And that kind of sums up how this game's going so far. Ball comes in. There's 2 balls on the pitch here, and Jackman gets the ball down here towards Coles. Coles down the right hand side, finds Warren Harris just on the edge of the box, crosses it in. Francis with a clearance, comes out here towards Bacco. Bacco holding the ball up, just under pressure from Josh Jackman, trying to turn and find Marsden. Marsden just overruns it and runs into Dobson, and wins a free kick for Stratford Town. But Slough into the away box for the first time. And Kings Langley are now 3-1 up at home to St Neots. And the ball's here with Nisbet. Finds Lynch. Lynch deep inside his own half. Back out here towards Mark Nisbet. Spreads it across here towards Nathan Smart. Smart's with a bit of time here. Or being chased down. Gets a little flick there and then plays the ball here towards Warren Harris. Harris got no option here. Thomas giving him a battle. Finds Smart. Smart under pressure from Evans. Back here towards Davies, who's filling in the centre back. Lovely ball over the top here for Warren Harris to chase. Francis gets there. Clears the ball over the top of the bar area here, and that going into the car park. It's a throw to the Rebels. And now the Slough fans make some noise down that near hand side. And Josh Jackman will be the player that goes to take this throw. I think they're going to leave it actually for Davies to take. He's got a long throw on him. And Davies will take this throw. We're about 12 yards away from the corner flag. And Slough send forwards Nisbet and Smart for this long throw. It's a poor throw. It's easily headed away by Thomas and comes out here to Lucky. Lucky has a chance to run. Davies trying to hold him up there, and it's a soft free kick given away by Davies, and a free kick to Stratford halfway inside their own half. And very, very quiet, boring game here at the Mood Chimp Stadium. And it'll be the goalkeeper Lewis Connor that comes to take this free kick for Stratford. And it's taken here by the goalkeeper. Plays it on the far hand side, looking for Evans. Again, Wells looking for a free kick there. The ball's over with Akinkora. Being forced wide by Nisbet and Lynch, and Akinkora runs the ball out of play. And turns round. I don't think that Akinkora believes that went out of play, but the linesman says that's what's happened. It'll be a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side. But sums up how it's going this afternoon, really. Very, very scrappy game of football. And it'll be George Wells that takes this throw on the far hand side. And flicked on well there by Lynch, trying to find Coles. It's one back there, pushing the back on there, but the referee doesn't say anything. Cleared by Jackman, and then Bacco wins the ball, trying to play the ball in, but it's gone all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And it's Turner that throws the ball out here to Jackman in an advanced position as the right back. Plays it down here towards Dobson, who swaps sides. Crosses in first time. Gallagher gets a touch to it, but it's Thomas who's under pressure from it. Gets a throw here for the Rebels. Josh Jackman will come and take it. Looks like Warren Harris and Dobson have switched sides here just as a little bit. Oh, Dobson just gives the ball away to Thomas. Chips the ball down the field, but Nathan Smart has plenty of time to keep the ball in and hold it up. Daves is the now player that receives it. Looking for that ball over the top. Headed away by Francis. Comes here towards Jackman. Jackman takes it on the chest. Then just runs into Hancock's. Ball cleared, and it comes out here towards Marsden. Marsden for Stratford. Plays it out here towards Evans. Evans with a chance to run at the Slough defence. And just crosses in first time. It's a good ball in. And Turner has to take it on the volley as Bacco came in. The ball back out here with Evans. And played in this bit with the clearance, hits Scott Davis and comes to Warren Harris. Ball over the top here for Manny Williams to chase. Gallagher though heads it back towards the goalkeeper. It's easily defended there by Stratford Town, who have had the better of the chances in this first half. And the ball comes to Connor, who puts a long kick down the field. Goalkeeper's going to come to the edge of his area and claim that one. And we're going to give you the latest scores in the Southern Premier League. Ball on the far hand side though finds Coles. Coles trying to hold the ball up. Finds Warren Harris. Is on the left hand side. Little ball in here towards Lynch. Lynch crosses on the far side. And he puts it just wide of the goal. And in fact it was blocked there by Francis. Good defending by Francis. Just got his body in the way there as on the 18-yard box. Dobson had a chance and Francis blocks it. Well, there we've got some latest scores for you. Banbury 0, Biggleswade 0, Dorchester 0, Bishop Stortford 0, Dunstable 0, Kettering 0, Farnborough 0, Tiverton 1, Gosport 0, St Ives 0, Hereford 2, Chesham 0, Hitchin 0, Frome 0, Kingsley 0, Merthyr 0, Kings Langley 3, St Neots 1, Redditch 1, Weymouth 2, and Royston 0, Basingstoke 0. Ball comes in from the corner, headed away by Francis, comes to Williams. Williams doesn't make contact with it, and Marston's there to defend. Manny Williams turns in, gets a low shot in. It comes out here towards Bacco. Bacco's ball is hooked clear by Gallagher, and first spell of pressure from the Rebels still doesn't produce a shot on target for the Slough, but they've got the ball here with George Wells. Wells is low ball in, comes and finds Williams. Williams turns 30 odd yards away from goal. Ball out here towards Dobson. Dobson flicks it in first time. Comes to Warren House. Comes down. It's coming on the far hand side to Nisbet up against the goalkeeper. And the referee says it's a foul. And I don't think any of the players involved in that, Nisbet, the goalkeeper, or Francis, thought that was a foul. But the referee says it's a foul. And it'll be a free kick for Stratford inside their own penalty area. Connor, the goalkeeper, to take it. It's an overcast day here at the Mood Chimp Stadium. As Connor, long kick again, aimed here towards Bacco. Well won by Nisbet in the air. Lench, cushion header though, trying to find Davies. It will come out here towards Jackman. Jackman playing the ball over, trying to find Coles. Coles does well to hold the ball up. Trying to flick it into the path of Dobson. It's a poor ball given away. And Akinkora chases here against Nathan Smart. Akinkora just runs the ball out and Nathan Smart wins it. Plays it back towards Jack Turner, who comes across and clears. The ball's still in play here. Underneath it is Hancock's. It's going to be Coles who tries to win it. Comes and hits Lucky on the hand, and it's a free kick to the Rebels. And Slough take it quickly with Davies. Chip ball in, looking for Manny Williams. Ball comes here towards Dobson. Finds Coles. Coles trying to spread it. Oh, he just put it behind Warren Harris. Halts his run. But Harris keeps it in on that far hand side. Going to cut in. Plays it in low. Gallagher with the clearance. Only as far as Bacco. Bacco holds it up and finds Fry. Fry chipping the ball forwards. Akinkora having to do some work. Cushion header by Nisbet. Finds Scott Davies. And then the ball back here towards Nathan Smart. We played 33.5 minutes so far. Ball here with Nathan Smart, trying to spread it on the far hand side to Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball by Fry, whose header will be kept in by Evans. Back here towards Fry. And Slough claiming the ball went out of play, but Fry with the ball forwards. Underneath it is Nisbet. His header finds Matt Lynch. Lynch under pressure. Oh, just lets the ball run past Marsden and then runs with the ball. Lynch now coming inside. He's got George Wells on the outside. Wells crosses in hard and low. It's a mistake. It's Hotel! And Perry Coles scores for the Rebels with their first shot on target. And it comes on 35 minutes. And it was a ball played across by George Wells. It wasn't cleared properly. The goalkeeper came out and it was put in the back of the net with the ball past Connor. And it's Perry Coles with the goal to give Slough the lead on 35 minutes, a lead that they've most probably not deserved, but unfortunately that is football, and Slough lead 1-0 here at the Mood Chimp Stadium, and that is Perry Coles' 5th goal for the Rebels in his short spell since signing from Farnborough. And Coles in. Oh, blimey, that thing's so loud.
Number 9, Perry Coles.
Oh, blimey, that thing woke me up then. So there you go, Slough with the lead here with their first shots. Oh, the referee just having a go at the number 7, Jazz Lucky. His foot was in the other half as the kick-off was taken. Ball actually finds Lucky up here and trying to play the ball in. Akinkora beaten to the ball by Smart. Come off Smart last. It'll be a throw to Stratford Town. Thomas takes it quickly and finds Akinkora. Akinkora coming inside. Jackman gets a touch to the ball. Only comes as far as Bacco. Bacco shoots and it's straight at the goalkeeper. But the referee says that there's a foul given away by Slough for, I think she signalled it was a handball, but it's a free kick here to Stratford Town. It's a good position. It's around about 20-25 yards away from goal, and it's almost level with the tram line of the 6-yard box. And I couldn't see what it was for. Looked like Bacco just had a shot there, but Slough with a 4-man wall. And standing over it is Jazz Lucky and James Hancock's. And there's the referee just making sure that was 10 yards. It's Hancock's has left it here for Lucky to take. And the Stratford Town number 7 takes this free kick straight at the wall. And Dobson will try and chase the ball into that far hand corner. Just gives him a little nudge there. And that should have been a foul, but it's a throw to Stratford Town right by the corner flag. Thomas, the left back, has come across to take this here. And he'll eventually take it, although we could get half time first. Still hasn't taken it. Finally takes it, finds Bacco. Back out here towards Thomas. Thomas has the ball here and just being forced back by Lynch, trying to go past him. Lynch gets a touch to it. Ball comes here towards Marsden, just turns into a couple of Slough players, and it's going to be hooked clear by Josh Jackman, looking for Coles on the far hand side. Fry gets a touch to it, but Coles gets in there, tries to win the ball. It comes in towards Warren Harris, who does get caught, and Slough win a free kick on the far hand side. But good work by the goal scorer Coles there, trying to win the ball. But it's a free kick to the Rebels, just a couple of feet inside the Stratford Town half. And it's Davies and Wells standing over this free kick. Nisbet and Smart are going forwards for this one. And it's Wells that takes this free kick deep into the box. Shotman being held there. Ball comes from, headed away by Francis. Comes in towards Davies. Davies finds Lynch. And Lynch will find Jackman on the far hand side. Sails him short. The ball comes off Lucky. And it's a throw to the Rebels. Quick throw here by Slough. Looking for Nisbet. Comes from clearance from Francis. It just goes high up in the air. Jackman tries to get his body into it. Goes down and just holds a... He's won a free kick for that? Oh my word. Josh Jackman has won a free kick. He looks like he got caught. It didn't. It looked like he got his foot caught in the ground actually. But Slough have a free kick. Jackman's okay. He's fine. He's just getting to his feet now. But it's a free kick for the Rebels. We're in about 10 yards away from the corner flag. A couple of yards inside from the byline. And Dobson will be the player who will take this free kick for the Rebels. Again, Nathan Smart and Nisbet have come forwards for this effort for Slough. Still leading 1-0 here. Need a good delivery here from Dobson. And let's just say that was not what Slough needed. It was high. Well, I did get caught in the wind. There was a little bit of wind here at the thing, and it just cleared the stand and the ground on that far hand side. It's a goal kick here to Stratford Town. Slough leading 1-0. A couple of our local sides both losing at home 2-0. Burnham losing to Fasham, and Windsor learning to Tuffley Rovers. Strange name. Long kick here by Connor, aimed towards Bacco. It's headed away off the head of Nisbet. Jackman will come across for the Rebels to help clear this ball down the field, and trying to find Coles. Coles up against Francis. Coles wins the head. It comes through to Lynch. Lynch finds Coles. Coles trying to and fouls Thomas. It's a free kick, and this referee has blown the whistle more times than a lunatic at a rave. It's a free kick here, taken by Hancock, looking for Akinkora. Akinkora goes past there, crosses the ball first time, but well wide by Jack Turner there. Good play by Akinkora, good idea, but Turner just got there first. The ball here with Lynch, closed down by Evans, but Lynch finds George Wells, and Wells chipping the ball forwards, headed away by Fry, in here towards Marsden. Marsden holding the ball up with some keepy uppies, hooks the ball down the line, but it's out of play for a throw to Slough. And it will be George Wells to take this throw, about 10 feet inside the Slough half. And his long throw flicked on well by Dobson, finding Manny Williams. Williams holds the ball up here, just runs into Dobson, allows a tackle to come in, and the ball's here with Bacco. Bacco finds Hancock's. Hancock's inside his own half, trying to release the run of Lucky here, but Josh Jackman's there for Slough, and does well to play it back towards Turner in the Slough goal. Turner making sure he gets a good contact on that clearance. Ball comes here through Hancock's. Hancock's header only finds Lynch. Lynch chests it down, plays the ball over top, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Francis is there for Stratford, just sees the ball out, and it's a throw to the home side. Thomas takes it quickly and finds Francis. Francis just chips the ball down the field, easily headed away by Nathan Smart, and then Lynch will try and flick the ball on, and then Winter's own flick on and controls it. Bacco gets a touch in there and steals it, finds Evans. Ball here with Hancock and spreads it on the far hand side to the right back. Fry looking for the run down here of Evans. Wells will chase it, but Wells will see the ball out for a goal kick to Slough. Played 41.5 minutes here at the Moodchimp Stadium. Slough with that goal given to them by Perry Coles on 35 minutes. The only real effort on target that Slough have had. But it does give them the lead here in this another run of away games that they're in the middle of. This is the second of third.
Winning numbers on today's raffle. First prize goes to number 386.
Turner with the ball forwards and a push on the back on Coles by Galliner. Means it's a free. Oh, shut up, man.
First prize goes to 386.
Right, we'll wait for him to finish. Right, now he's finished announcing stupid things during the game. It's a free kick here to the Rebels. 10 yards inside, 10 feet inside, sorry, the Stratford half. And it's Davies who's standing over this free kick for the Rebels. Lench is there as well. And it's 45 yards away from the Stratford goal. Lynch is the player that hits him with a bit of spade, but all the way through to Connor in the Stratford goal. Kings Lynn are 4-1 up against St Neots, as Connor just holds the play up here at the moment, and then launches a long kick down the field. Underneath it is Bacco, though heads won by Lynch, and then Davies flicks it on, comes and finds Williams, but Hancock gets his body in there, plays the ball down. Lucky chasing it, and Jackman comes across and hooks the ball clear. It's out for a throw to Stratford Town, and it will be Thomas, the left back, who goes across to take this throw, and it's right by the corner flag inside the Slough half. Thomas looks like he's going to put a longer throw into the box here for the home side. And he plays it short towards Mars, gets the ball back here, Slough, and it's silly because Thomas is offside when he gets the ball. It's the second time that Stratford Town have done that, and each time they've given the ball away, and it's a free kick to the Rebels. And you'd think that they'd learn a little bit more after mucking it up the first time, wouldn't you? But there you go. It's a bit quiet on the chat today, isn't it, Rebel? We're a little bit quiet here. Need some people talking about it. We'll do the quiz though without getting you all involved, as we wait for Turner to do the take this free kick aimed towards Williams. It comes off the chest of Francis. It'll be a Slough throw, and Francis just runs off with the ball, and the referee comes over to say that Farnborough have scored. It's 1-1 in that game, and it looks like Kettering have just scored as well to take the lead away to Dunstable. Hitchin have taken the lead as well. Throw comes in from Jackman, finding Warren Harris. Harris trying to keep hold of the ball. Does well on this right hand side. Crosses in first time. Cole's trying to get there. Comes off the head of Gallagher in towards Fry. Fry smashes the ball away. Only as far as Wells. Oh, lovely touch by him. Crosses the ball back in. And a good shout by the goalkeeper, as Francis was just going to get a touch to it, but it's in the hands of the Stratford Town goalkeeper, Connor. And Connor waits for half-time. The half-time whistle goes here. And the referee has played 15 seconds of added time. I thought you were supposed to allow 30 seconds for a goal, but there you go. It's half-time here at the Moodchimp Stadium. It's Stratford 0, Slough Town 1. The goal coming from Perry Coles on 35 minutes. So, as usual, we'll give you the rest of the half-time scores in a second, but we have a half-time quiz for you. Please get in contact either on Twitter, it's at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're listening on the chat, the YouTube comments. Oh, this bloke is so loud. Oh, hopefully you're just going to shut up in a minute. There he goes, he shuts up. Right, we've got a half-time quiz for you, and then we've got your half-time joke as well. So the half-time quiz is all about the first season of the Barclays Premier League as it was. Question number 1 was, who was the PFA Players Player of the... Oh, shut up, man. Yeah, okay, we'll do that in a second again. It's ridiculous. It's so loud. Right, so we'll give you that question again. Who was the PFA Players Player of the Year in the first season of the Premier League? Question 2, who was the PFA Players Young Player of the Year in the first year of the Premier League? Question 3 is, who was the top scorer in the first season of the Premier League? Who scored Man United's first goal in the Premier League that season? And then can you name the 3 teams who were relegated in the first season of the Premier League? We'll do the joke in a minute when this bloke's finished, because he's so loud I can't even hear anything.
If you want to come along to support the youth team, they're in the semi-final of the Midlands of the League Cup.
I've never heard anybody so loud. Right, we'll try and find you the half-time scores.
This coming Thursday, that's the 12th of April, at 7:45 PM kick-off. An entry is £2 for adults and £1 for children. So if you're not doing anything, you're not going over to Banbury to watch the first team, please come down to Knights Lane to the Moodchimp Stadium to support.
Right, we are still here, don't worry, we're going to try and get you the scores in a second when this bloke's finally finished. Yeah, right, I think he's might have finished now. So I'll run through those quiz questions for you again very quickly. All to do with the first season of the Barclays Premier League, as it was, I believe. Who was the PFA Players Player of the Year? Who was the PFA Players Young Player of the Year? Who was the leading goal scorer, the Golden Boot winner for the first season of the Premier League? Who was the player who scored the first goal, oh God, for Man United in the Premier League? And which 3 teams went down from the Southern Premier League? I'll give you the joke in a second once this bloke's finished, because I can't concentrate on what he's saying. So I'm just going to get you the half-time scores for you.
And he will be choosing the Stratford Town man of the match towards the end of the 90 minutes.
Let's see if we can just find you some scores for you. I'm going to wait for this guy to finish, because if he puts it down in a second, there you go, he's put it down. Right, okay, so we've given you the quiz questions for you to answer there, and we'll give you the answer to those just before half time. I'm going to give you your half-time joke of the day, because I know that's what your good afternoon to Vinnie Ryan. Okay, so your half-time joke of the day. Okay, a horse goes into the pub for a few beers. While in the pub, he notices that there's a donkey in the corner, so he goes over for a chat. The donkey says, "What do you do for a living?" And the horse says, "Well, in the summer I run the flats, and in the winter I do the jumps." The donkey says, "Oh, well, I work with kids on a beach." And the donkey then says to him, "Did you win anything?" And the horse says, "On the flats I won the Oaks, the Derby and the St Ledger." Said, "On the jumps I won the Gold Cup and the Grand National." So they agree to meet up the following week at the donkey's house. And the donkey thinks to himself, "I need to impress the horse because he's won all of these things. So what can I do?" So the donkey goes and buys a picture of a zebra, big picture of a zebra, and puts it over his mantelpiece. The horse then comes round for their meeting, and he comes in and he says, "Oh, donkey, what a lovely house you've got." He says, "And that's a lovely picture of a zebra." He says, "What is that?" And the donkey says, "Oh," he says, "that." He goes, "That's just a picture of me when I played for Juventus." Go on, admit it. Some of you are laughing. It took me ages to find a clean joke that I could put on air. Don't not laugh at it, please. So there you go. That's your thing there. And so your half-time quiz, if you want to give me the answers to that. Who was the PFA Player of the Year for the first season of the Premier League? Who was the PFA Young Player of the Year? Who was the leading goal scorer in that first season? Who scored the first Man United goal in the Premier League? And which 3 teams went down in that first season? I'm going to try and find you the half-time scores for you and give you those. I'll try to. And here we go for you. I'll give you the scores for you. Oh. Right, okay, half-time scores. It's Banbury 0, Biggleswade 0. Dorchester 1, Bishop Stortford 0. Dunstable 0, Kettering 1. It's Farnborough 1, Tiverton 1. Gosport 0, St Ives 0. Hereford 2, Chesham 0. Hitchin 1, Frome 0. Kings Lynn 0. Merthyr 0. Kings Langley 4, St Neots 1. Redditch 1, Weymouth 2. Royston 0. Basingstoke 0. Stratford 0. Slough Town 1. That means that as it stands, Hereford have scored 99 league goals so far. So they are winning the race to 100 league goals. That's 100 league goals scored, obviously, not in total, but there you go. We'll try and give you some more half times as well from around. Just bear with us while we just check. Just it's very slow here at the internet, but hopefully you've had no interruptions. Okay, we won't give you the Premier League scores, other than the one that was already on, was Everton 0, Liverpool 0. We have in the Sky Bet Championship, there was an early kick-off. It was Barnsley 3, Sheffield United 2. It's Birmingham 0, Burton 0, Brentford 0, Ipswich 0, Derby 2, Bolton 0, Hull 2, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Leeds United 0, Sunderland 0, Middlesbrough 2, Forest 0, Millwall 1, Bristol City 0. Early kick-off was Norwich City 3, Aston Villa 1, Reading 1, Preston 0, and Sheffield Wednesday 0, Fulham 0. That's the Sky Bet Championship. In League 1, it's AFC Wimbledon 1, Scunthorpe 0, Blackburn 0, Southend 0, Blackpool 3, Bradford City 0, Bristol Rovers 1, Charlton 1, Gillingham 0, Doncaster 0, Oxford United 0, Oldham 0, Plymouth 1, Peterborough 1, Rochdale 1, Portsmouth 1, Rotherham United 1, Fleetwood Town 1, Walsall 0, Bury 0, and Wigan Athletic 2, MK Dons 1. In League 2, it's Barnet 1, Forest Green 0, Cambridge 1, Exeter 0, Cheltenham 0, Morecambe 0, Colchester 0, Accrington Stanley 0, Grimsby 0, Chesterfield 0, Mansfield 1, Crewe 4, Newport County 0, Stevenage 1, Notts County 0, Coventry 1 0, Port Vale 1, Crawley 1, Swindon Town 0, Carlisle 0, and Yeovil Town 0, Luton Town 3. In the National League, it's AFC Fylde 0, Sutton 1, Aldershot 0, Maidenhead 0, Bromley 0, Gateshead 0, Chester 0, Tranmere Rovers 1, Dagenham 1, Woking 0, Dover 0, Torquay 1, Eastleigh 0, Wrexham 1, full-time scorers Ebbsfleet 2, Macclesfield 2, FC Halifax 1, Boreham Wood 0, Guiseley 0, Maidstone 0, Hartlepool 0, Solihull 0, and Leyton Orient 1, Barrow 1. We'll go to the National League South. It's Chelmsford City 0, Poole 1, Concord Rangers 0, Hampton and Richmond 0, Dartford 2, Weston-super-Mare 0, Gloucester City 1, Bognor 0, Hemel Hempstead 2, Chippenham 0, Hungerford Town 0, Braintree 0, Oxford City 0, Eastbourne 0, St Albans 0, Whitehawk 1, Truro 0, East Thurrock 1, Wealdstone 0, Bath City 1, and Welling United 0, Havant and Waterlooville 1. In the Bostik Premier League, which is going down to the wire in that division for the title, it's Brightlingsea Regent 1, Harrow Borough 1, Burgess Hill 0, Dulwich 1, Enfield 0, Billericay 1, Folkestone 1, Leicester 0, Hendon 2, Worthing 1, Leatherhead 1, Staines 0, Margate 0, Harlow 2, Needham Market 0, Dorking 0, Thurrock 0, Met Police 0, Toonham Mission 0, Tunbridge 0, and Wingate and Finchley 0, Kingstonian 0. Those are your half-time scores for you from around the games. And your half-time quizzes, your questions were from the first season of the Premier League. Who was the first PFA player of the year? Who was the PFA Young Player of the Year? Who was the leading goal scorer that year? Who scored Man United's first goal? And which three teams were relegated from the Premier League in its first season? I think I found a way of I think we found a way of keeping the gentleman quiet who does the tannoy. Just give him a portion of chips and he's shut up. So there you go. And there you go. Thank you, Tequila Sharp, for telling me that it's been uninterrupted coverage. Maybe not what you want with not the most exciting of games here at the Mood Chimp Stadium. I must say that the food was pretty good here. They do like a chip butty and various different things. Our illustrious chairman, Mr. Steve, just walking past here. And we're awaiting the second half. Slough subs just out there warming up at the moment. But it's another away game for the Rebels up next for them, where on Tuesday they're away to Biggleswade Town. 7:45 kickoff. We'll be there, hopefully. We should be there, so tune in for that. And then Slough have a home game on the 14th of April at home to Kings Lynn. How many times? Just how many times are you going to do that? So there you go. So Rebels got 0 out of 5. I haven't given you the answers yet. I'll give you the answers in a second. We're actually coming up to half time, aren't we? So to the end of half time. So I'm going to give you the answers to your questions. And the first PFA Player of the Year was Paul McGrath. The PFA Young Player of the Year was Ryan Giggs. The leading goal scorer of the fourth season of the Premier League was Teddy Sheringham. The first player to score a Premier League goal for Manchester United was Mark Hughes. And the bottom three was Forest were bottom, Palace second from bottom, and Middlesbrough were third from bottom. They were the three teams that went down in the first season of the Premier League. So there you go. We're just waiting for the bloke on the tannoy to finish, and then we'll be back with the second half commentary.
Bring family members and enjoy the occasion. Celebrate 10 years of the club having relocated to Knights Lane.
Alright, hopefully he's gone back to eating some chips and he'll be quiet as two sides do start to come out for the second half here. Oh no, he's still here. And hopefully the referee will just let this game go. Oh jeez. We're just going to let this tannoy announcer finish before we come back.
Which will be a 7:45 kick-off this coming Thursday.
Right, thankfully he's finished. It's just that speaker's coming right at us here. It's exceedingly loud. I don't know if you guys are picking it up at home, but there you go. So we're just waiting for the start of the second half here. Both teams are out. The referee and the officials are out. They're just making their usual checks. And we'll be here with the second half in a second. Slough shooting from right to left. They will also have the kick-off for this half. And we're just waiting here as the referees is chatting to Manny Williams and Matt Lynch and Perry Coles in the centre there. And we might even get a game of football. As we're still waiting for the referee to start this afternoon's second half coverage, and she does with a blow of the whistle. And Slough have the ball here. Played down by Lynch, cut out well by Fry, but Fry hits it straight at Manny Williams. Manny Williams finds Perry Coles. Coles tries to turn and played in looking for Manny Williams, intercepted well by Fry, and Fry clears long, only as far as Nisbet, who plays the ball straight back down. Manny Williams trying to chase it, headed away by Fry, comes here towards Davies. Davies' little pass over here finds Coles. Coles back out to Davies. Davies takes the ball down and looks a little ball in towards Wells. Wells can look to turn, plays the ball in, hits Coles, and then is cooked to clear by Galliner. Only as far as Davies. First time touch finds George Wells, and Wells plunks the ball back into the centre there, where Manny Williams takes it down, and Warren Harris has to play the ball in, and plays a lovely ball in here to Manny Williams. Williams as well to turn, gets to the edge of the box, still has the ball. Left footed shot, it's just over the top of the bar. Flaming heck. And it's out of play for a goal kick. And at least Slough have got a shot on target, or well, off target at least, a little bit quicker than it took them to get a shot in the first half. As we wait for Connor to take this goal kick. Floodlights are on here at the Mood Chimp. The ball comes down here. Akinkora comes and wins it, but its touch is poor. It's won by Nisbet. Nisbet though hits it straight at a Stratford player. It's blocked and comes here towards Bacco. Bacco finds Evans down this right hand side. Evans has a bit of space to try and run at George Wells and goes past him, but runs the ball straight out of play, and that is out for a goal kick. And early days. And it's a goal kick here to Slough. Jack Turner to take this goal kick for the Rebels. The Slough fans have made their way to the goal behind our left. It comes ball over the head of the left back Thomas. It's cleared by Hancocks. It's going to be kept in on the far hand side by Lucky, but he can't keep it in too far. It's come off him for a throw to Slough. Josh Chapman's playing right back this afternoon. Will take this throw for the Rebels, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris flicking the ball on into the path of Williams. Williams holds the ball up and finds Lynch. Lynch just skips past the challenge of Marsden, then finds Manny Williams. Williams spreads it wide here to Warren Harris. Harris with a bit of space, runs it down to the side, crosses to the deck post. It's headed away by Galliner, comes out here towards Fry, but Lynch gets his body in the way here for Slough. It's got George Wells here as well on the near hand side. It's Wells with the ball, cuts inside past Mars. It's got it on his right foot and looking to shoot with his right foot, and George's right foot is for standing on, and that one's over the top of the bar and out for a goal kick. But Slough starting a lot brighter the second half than they did the first, and it's still 1-0 here with these early few minutes of the first half. We wait for Connor to take this goal kick here, and it's again a long kick by him. Underneath it is Bacco, who flicks the ball on, finds Akinkura. He does well to hold the ball up, finding Bacco. Bacco just turns on the centre circle and finds Marsden. Marsden with the ball out here towards Hancocks. Hancocks plays it in, looking for Lucky. He's just come inside, and Lucky holds the ball up, being forced wide by Davies. It comes here towards Marsden. Marsden turns into Lynch, and this time the referee keeps her whistle out of her mouth, and the ball played here for Evans. Evans just about keeps the ball on here, and up against George Wells. His ball is crossed in. It's been taken as a deflection. Bacco tries to shoot. Good save there by Jack Turner. It goes out for a corner, and a shot from Bacco on 18 yards. It was hit low, and Jack Turner just forced it out for a goal kick. For a corner, and it's going to be. It looks like Akinkura's gone across to take the corner. Ball played in, headed well by Nisbet. Dobson in a chase here, but it will come here towards Fry, the captain, who just inexplicably catches it awkwardly, and it goes straight out of play for a throw to Slough Town. And it's a throw to the Rebels. George Wells is just trotting over to come and take this, and just taking his time getting here. We're waiting for a football. That's what the hold ups for. We haven't got a football, and it will be George Wells that will take this throw in the end when the ball finally gets to him. And George Wells to take a throw here. You can just see the injured Simon Dunn walking down by us here, and it's Wellesley with this throw. Aimed for Dobson. Dobson's beaten to the ball by Fry. Nisbet heads the ball across, but Akinkura is offside, and it's a free kick to the Rebels early in this second half. Still 1-0 that Slough lead. As looks like a Slough fan has won the 50 the raffle draw here. He's won 2 bottles of wine. I wonder if he's on the coach on the way home, if we can get a share of that. It's Jack Turner to take this free kick for Slough. Long ball in named for Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball by Thomas, but he'll get a chance to get the rebound. His little flick finds Lynch. Lynch in a central position, just turns into Marsden, tries to run past him, catches Marsden, but the referee says play on this time. Ball played in, looking for Akinkura, allows the ball to bounce, takes it down on his chest, trying to turn past Nathan Smart, being forced wide. Gets a good ball in here towards Marsden. Marsden spreads it here immediately to Evans. Evans tries to go past Wells. He does well. Gets into the byline, plays it in. He plays in a poor ball. It was straight at the goalkeeper, Turner, and he needed to play it across the 6-yard box. Chose the wrong option, and it's an easy save for the Slough custodian. His second of the second half. And while Slough had the early 2 chances, it's the 2 chances here from Stratford that have caused Slough the problems. Poor clearance by Turner, comes here towards Marsden. Marsden turns inside his own half, robs off the ball by Perry Coles, trying to chip the ball into the path of Manny Williams. Manny Williams on the edge of the box, cuts inside, back out here towards Coles, stretches for the ball, and he plays it off. Francis is out for a corner, and Slough on the break with just the 2 of Williams and Coles, causing trouble for Stratford. It's a corner to the Rebels on the far hand side. And it'll be James Dobson who goes across to take it. Smart and Nisbet come forward for the Rebels for this corner. And it'll be in-swinging corner here for Slough. And just wait for this corner to come in. It's played into the far post when Nisbet tries to get a touch to it. Nisbet hooks it back across the goal. It's hooked clear in the end by Galliner, and it'll come out here towards Akinkura. Holds the ball up well, but Wells just sticks the leg out and steals it. Ball chipped in by him. Comes off the shin of Francis, and it's going to be a throw to the Rebels, 5 or 6 yards away from the corner flag, almost aimed at our chairman there. And it'll be George Wells just being told by the referee to hurry up and go and take this throw. And Wells is who jogs across to take it. And the referee just telling him to come back a few yards. Throws the ball in towards Davies. Davies takes it on his chest. Uses the ball to Akinkura. Akinkura still has the ball. Wells with the tackle, but it's a foul by him. And it's a free kick to Stratford Town. And Akinkura and Lucky just having a go at each other here. It's strange to see 2 Stratford players arguing with each other, and it's a free kick here for Stratford Town to be taken by the goalkeeper Connor, this deep to the side of his goal here as he takes this long ball down. Underneath it will be Nisbet, wins the header. Davies will leave the ball for Dobson to keep in, and Dobson chips it with the outside of the ball, trying to find Coles. Coles beaten to the ball by Francis again, whose clearances are industrial to say the least. I think that's the 3rd time he's found the roof of this stand in his clearances. But we wait for another ball to come across. And it's going to be a throw by George Wells. And headed away by Fry. Comes in there, Slough looking for a free kick, and Davies wins a free kick again for a soft challenge by Bacco. It's a free kick, couple of feet inside the Stratford Town half. And it's Scott Davies who's going to stand over this free kick. Hits it in with some power, hits Marsden, and it comes here towards Evans. Evans tries to play it in towards Bacco. Bacco here up against Davies. Bacco does well to hold the ball up. Tries to go past the couple. Does well to flick the ball into the path of Marsden's. Marsden's ball easy cut out by Nisbet. And it's a throw though to Stratford Town. Fry comes across to take this throw in towards Bacco. Gets the ball back. Plays the ball over the top. Looking for Evans. Headed away by Wells and clipped clear by Dobson. Coles does well to, Williams does well to flick the header on. Coles chases Francis back. He's still going back to him. Goes to the goal. Oh, he misses the kick, and Slough got a corner there in between Francis and Connor. It was a little back pass under pressure from Coles. Don't underestimate what Perry Coles did there. He's chasing down, and Connor just missing it under the pressure from Coles. It was an air kick. It's a corner to the Rebels. And it will be Matt Lynch who comes across to take this corner again. An in-swinging corner here for Slough. And Slough just waiting for Nathan Smart to join in for this corner. as it comes into the near post. It's a poor corner. Comes out here though to Nathan Smart on the edge of the penalty area. Plays it here towards Lench. Stratford have got a man down injured in the pitch. Ball played over the far hand side, looking for Nisbet, but it's well defended by Francis. It's out for a goal kick, and it's Lucky is the rather unlucky player who's down injured at the moment, but gets to his feet. Got caught by his own player there as that corner came in, and as it is, he's back on his feet, doesn't need any treatment, and the game will continue with a goal kick. So there you go. We'll just wait for Connor to take this. Lucky just trying to run that little niggle off as we wait for Connor to take this kick. He may be able to get this one a bit better. And finally takes the kick. Slips as he takes the kick, but it's going to be here for a free header towards Wales. Wales is header trying to find Coles, but it's Francis who gets the ball. Hookster smashes the ball over the top here for Mark Nisbet to chase. He clears the ball, and it's out of play for a throw here to Stratford Town. A few feet inside the Slough half. Taken quickly by Fry in towards Hancock's. Gets the ball back here to Galliner. Galliner under pressure from Williams. Chips the ball forwards. Headed away by Wells. Marsden stretches and keeps hold of the ball. Plays it back out here for Evans. Evans tries to turn. Does well to skip a challenge. Ball back out here towards Hancock's. His ball in finds Lucky. Lucky here up against Jackman. Jackman gets a foot to the ball. With one back by Coles. And Jackman slides as he tries to get there. Gets a second chance to hook it clear. And it's Thomas down that right hand side. Jackman just holds him off. Gets a push in the back. And that's a silly foul by Thomas, the left back, down that side. He's just given him a nudge in the back. And it's given a free kick to the Rebels, where if he'd have kept it down there, he could have just kept the ball in a dangerous position. But as it is, it's poor by the left back. It's a free kick to the Rebels. I can tell you that Tiverton have just taken the lead away to Farmer again. I'm trying to give you the latest scores in the Evo 6 Southern Premier League as it stands at the moment. Long ball forward. Williams tries to win the header. It comes here towards Marsden. Marsden under pressure, goes back towards the goalkeeper. This time hearts and mouths of the Stratford fans as he finally clears the ball. Headed away by Smart in towards Warren Harris. Harris holding the ball up here and plays it down here towards Williams. Williams just gets tackled by Francis and brings the ball out here towards Marsden. Marsden looking for that ball over the top. It's an easy header by Wells in towards Nisbet. Nisbet's clearance finds Matt Lench. Lench finds Dobson just inside his own half. First time ball, poor ball by him. And it's intercepted by Galliner. Coles chases, it goes all the way back towards the goalkeeper. Or he takes a touch and Williams closes him down. He gets a second bite at the cherry. And it's headed away by Wells, trying to find Davis. Oh, Davis, lovely little touch in there. Goes past a couple, great play by him. Gets the ball back, tries to play it in towards the path of Williams. Gets the ball back in towards Coles, it's Davies! And the two didn't, there wasn't a shout from either player. Davies tried to curl it towards the back corner. In theory, he should have left it for Coles, steered it. It was great play though by the Rebels. Tore into the Stratford Town defence, but no avail. It's out for a goal kick. Latest scores in the Southern Premier League: Banbury 0, Biggleswade 0, Dorchester 1, Bishop Stortford 0, Dunstable 1, Kettering 1. You're hearing that correct. Farnborough 1, Tiverton 2, Gosport 0, St Ives 0, Hereford 2, Chesham 0, Hitchin 3, Frome 0, Kings Lynn 0, Merthyr 0, Kings Langley 4, St Neots 1, Redditch 1, Weymouth 2, Royston 1, Basingstoke 0. Those are your latest scores. Ball been played forward, headed away by Wells. Comes through to Galliner, just skins that one off the side of his foot, and Evans tries to keep the ball in, and it comes off. It's a throw here to Slough, and there's looks like a foul on George Wells, but the referee just rather whistle happy in the first half, hasn't kept the whistle down. It's a throw here for Slough. George Wells will take it on this near hand side and finds Williams. Williams gets caught by Galliner. It's a free kick, and sorry, it's Fry in fact, sorry, who gave away the free kick. And he's on his knees pleading to the referee, thinking, how's that a free kick? And Akinkura just throws the ball away. It's a free kick here to the Rebels. Around about 25 yards away from goal, but it is quite close to the sideline here. And it will be Matt Lynch to take it. In fact, they've moved it level to the 18-yard box actually, but it's in that gap in between the halfway in between the 18-yard tram line and the byline, and it will be Matt Lynch to take this free kick for Slough. This will be curled in towards the penalty area. It's played in. It's a good ball in. Gets a touch. Oh, it gets cleared right across the goal. I think it was by Thomas in the far hand side. It's quickly taken by Slough with a throw by Lynch. Gets the ball back here from Nisbet. Trying to get a cross in. Gets his cross in. Headed away by Marsden. Only as far as Nisbet, who plays the ball back in to the box. Underneath it is Fry. Heads it away. It'll come through here towards Davies. Takes a touch. Just tackled there, and it's cleared in the end by Hancock's. Ball over the top. Looking for the run of Baku. But Jackman's there for Slough to head the ball out of play and halts that attack. And with 16 minutes of the second half gone, it's still Stratford 0, Slough Town 1. And at the moment, only Hereford and Weymouth winning out of the top 5. It's I think it's a substitution on the far hand side for Stratford. It's 7 and 2 coming off, so it's Fry and Lucky coming off. There isn't a board here to tell you who it is, but my eyes, Mike Taylor
James Fry is number 12, Dan Summerfield,
and Dan Summerfield.
Number 7, Jazz Lucky, is number 15, Mike Taylor.
So it's Taylor and Summerfield on for Fry and Lucky. Those are your substitutions for Stratford Town. Ball played forwards over the head of Galliner, and Summerfield's first touches to leave it for the goalkeeper Connor, and Connor plays it here to Summerfield, and he chips the ball down the field looking for the run of Evans, headed away by George Wells. It will come in here towards Davies. Davies' ball is comes through to Taylor. The striker's first touch, tries to play the ball, cut out well by Mark Nisbet on the 18-yard line there, and finds Davies. Davies turns, he's turning into some problems here. It's hooked clear by Nathan Smart, only as far as Galliner. Galliner's touch is good, plays the ball out on the far hand side, where Bacco's now on the right hand side up against Josh Jackman. Still has the ball as Bacco, runs it into Marsden. Marsden in the centre circle of the Slough half. Got a run of Thomas on the far hand side. He's been tracked by Warren Harris. Thomas keeps the ball in, goes past Harris well, gets into the edge of the box, but Warren Harris does really well to come back and clear the ball down, and then tries to find Coles, but it's just over him, and then Francis plays the ball down the field. It's kept in well by Harris, but Jackman slips as he plays the ball. It's here with Marsden. Marsden turns in the centre of the Slough half, up against his opposite number 8 Lynch. Ball comes out here towards Thomas. Thomas skips a couple of challenges, but one back by Warren Harris here with Lynch. Lynch gets tackled from behind, and it was always going to be a free kick for a tackle from behind, and the referee does blow indeed for a free kick to the Rebels. Matt Lynch has not scored in the last 13 games that he has played for the Rebels. I'm saying that because I said that when Dobson scored the goal against in the home game against Cheshire United. I said that a couple of minutes before, and then he got that goal, so I'm hoping it will work on Matt Lynch and he will score a goal for the Rebels. Now, long ball in there, looking for Wells. Wells ducks the ball up against Summerfield and keeps the ball in down the left hand side. He's got help here from Dobson, who crosses in first time, looking for Williams. Williams tries to get a touch to it, but Galliner sees it out for a goal kick. Good defending there by Galliner, and it's out for a goal kick here this afternoon. Just getting a bit of echo on the microphone here. Apologies about that, but down to our last microphone at the moment. Connor takes this goal kick. 20 minutes gone of this second half. Aimed towards Taylor. It goes over their heads. Nisbet wins the header. It's hooked away by Davis, and Davis holds the ball up and then turns past a couple of players. Gets caught there on the ankle by Akinkora, and it's a free kick to the Rebels on the halfway line. And the referee just telling Akinkora just to leave it alone here. Taylor just standing over Davies. Slough have a free kick, a couple of feet inside the Stratford Town half. The referee just having a word with Akinkora, just telling him to calm down. It's Wells that will take this free kick for the Rebels. And looks like Neil Baker's more interested in what's on his phone there. Ball played into the box. Nice bit of the back post, heads it wide of the goal. But so good jump by the Slough Town captain, but just can't direct his goal. His header goal was bound. It's out to play for a corner. Goal kick. I'll get it right in a minute. You'd think I'd know what I was talking about after all these years. It is a goal kick to Stratford Town. My apologies. And it will be Connor to take this goal kick as the sun just starts to try and come out here at the Moodship Stadium. Ball headed on by Taylor. Oh, Nathan Smart heads the ball the wrong way and then has to hook it clear. It comes off Bacco last, and it will be a throw to the Rebels. Bacco just didn't think he got a touch on it, but the referee said he did. It's a throw to Slough on the far hand side. Josh Jackman will take it on that far side. Slough just warming a couple of subs up. Lynch flicks the header on and finds Williams. Williams keeps the ball in, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris gets the lucky ricochet up here against Hancock. Goes well to skip past him, but Hancock does well to win the ball back and finds Marsden. Marsden under pressure from Perry Carls. Marsden just holds that challenge off and then finds Summerfield. Summerfield up against Dobson. Gets the ball out here to Evans. Evans on the halfway line. Wells trying to hold him up and plays the ball in here towards Marsden. Marsden's ball in finds Hancock. He's moving a little bit forward. Plays it out here to Bacco. Good play here by Stratford, but Bacco is in an offside position and it's out of play. It's going to be a free kick. So it's a free kick to the Rebels after that offside decision. And second half becoming quite scrappy here again as it was before. And it's good afternoon to Gary Thomas, who's joined us. And headed away here by Francis from the free kick. Lynch with a cushion header finds Manny Williams. Williams back here towards Davies. Davies spreads the ball here, looking for Dobson on this left hand side. Up against Summerfield. Dobson can't get there. The ball comes in and finds Marsden. He hooks the ball clear, looking for Taylor. Taylor takes it on his chest but can't control it, and Nisbet's there to hook the ball away. And it's here by Lynch. Lynch with some good control. Now running with the ball. Oh, cuts past. Just gets a little dive in there. It's a touch there. And it's going to be the first yellow card of the game. And it goes to Summerfield, of all people. And I don't understand how Summerfield has got a yellow card. It was no different to any other foul that's happened throughout the day. It can't be for persistent fouling because Summerfield's only just come on. So strange decision there by the referee, but it's a free kick to Slough. Matt Lynch will take it 35 yards away from goal. It's about it's just it just blew off the last patch of glass that Lynch could find. And it's Lynch to take this free kick. Oh, it's a good free kick. It's a good one. Oh, Connor dives and he gets such a lucky. He pushes the ball out. It hits a Slough player and then rebounds into his hands. And the goalkeeper Connor really lucky there that rebound fell straight to him and can clear with a long goal kick. Underneath it, those Davies heads the ball away for Slough. Headed on by Thomas in towards Marsden. Marsden skips past the challenge of Lynch and runs into Davis. Davis shields the ball and finds Warren Harris. Harris in towards Williams. Gets the ball back. Just forced him a little bit wide. But Harris comes down his right hand side. Crosses first time. It's got too much on. It goes out of play for a goal kick. Right. Latest scores in the Southern Premier League. Banbury 0. Biggleswade 0. Dorchester 1. Bishop Stortford 0. Still Dunstable 1. Kettering 1. Farnborough 1. Tiverton 3. Gosport 0. St Ives 0. Hereford 3. Chesham 0. And that is the 100th goal they've scored in the league. We've got a couple of substitutions for the Rebels on the far hand side. Coming off is James Dobson. And coming on is Lee Togwell. And then coming off is Manny Williams. And on is Chris Flood. So those substitutions, double substitution for the Rebels is Dobson and Williams off. Coming on is Togwell and Flood. That's your substitutions for the Rebels. You're back to the latest scores in the Southern Premier League. Hereford 3, Chesham 0. It's Hitchin 4, Froome 0, Kings Lynn 0, Merthyr 0, Kings Langley 4, St Neots 1. It's Redditch 1, Weymouth 2, Royston 1, Basingstoke 0. Those are your latest scores. That keeps you up to date in the Southern Premier League. Nisbet wins the header from the goal kick, and then Marsden plays the ball forwards here, but it's way too close towards Jack Turner, and it's an easy claim for the Slough goalkeeper. And Turner will just play the ball forwards. Long kick here, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris gets to the far side. O'Connor just gets to him first. Hey, what? It's not Matt Day. It's Chris Flood. But never mind. As the ball played forward here to Akinkura, and gets smart. Played in towards Taylor. Finds Baku on the far hand side, and then Akinkura is going to get a yellow card here for persistent fouling. That's a silly by the Akinkura. It was a silly little foul that he got, and it's a yellow card for Akinkura for persistent fouling, and it will be a free kick to the Rebels. And it's just waiting for the referee to book Akinkura. It must be difficult to spell. And Akinkura does get his yellow card. And the game will restart with a free kick to the Rebels. And it'll be Jack Turner that will take this free kick for Slough. Son is trying to come through here at the Mood Chip. I don't even know what Mood Chip is. Apparently it's a fun and 30 social app. There you go. It's Jack Turner to take this free kick for Slough, aimed here towards Flood. It's headed away though by Summerfield, flicked on by Marsden, comes here through to Taylor. Taylor runs in, Togwell with the tackle, and Taylor gets a lucky break, and then it comes through on the far hand side to Bacco. Bacco shoots first time, he's hit it straight at Jack Turner, and he's got all the goal to aim at. He's clear through on goal. Smart was the only player with a covering position, but he hits it straight at Jack Turner. And it's an easy save for the Slough goalkeeper. And a long kick by Turner. It's going to be headed away by Thomas. Flicked on by Togwell in towards Davies. Davies wins the header. Then Togwell comes in. It's hooked clear by Hancocks. And it'll come here towards Evans. Evans under pressure finds Summerfield. Hits it straight at Lynch. And goes out of play for a throw to Stratford Town. And it's we're looking for a ball. There's a ball just here. Come on. And it'll be a throw to... we've got two balls on the pitch already. We'll wait for one and two come along. It's like a bus. It's going to be Summerfield with this throw. And looking for Summerfield. Headed away by Nisbet. Finds Lynch. Lynch trying to turn under pressure from three players. Still runs with the ball. Still going. So, is that a free kick, referee? I really don't know what this referee is up to today. Lynch just ran into three players and wins a free kick for the Rebels. 25 yards away from goal, right on the sideline here. And it will be Lynch who will take the ball. And it's Matt Lynch just looking to wait for a signal here from the Slough players lining up. Smart and Nisbet gone forwards for this one for the Rebels this afternoon. And the signal coming for Lenchy to play the ball. He puts it high into the back post. Little push there, headed across goal by Warren Harris. Gallagher with the header across. Hancocks will try and keep the ball in here and hooks the ball down the field, but it's gone straight out of play for a throw. And it's another lost ball. And if the ball boys are here at Stratford Town, they've got a lot of hard work to do. It looks like there'll be a third and final substitution for Stratford on the far hand side. And we're looking for a football. As the linesman here on this near hand side has it. And we're down to one football here at Stratford Town. We've just got the one football left. Oh no, here's a gentleman with another football. And Josh Chapman being told by the referee just to go back a few yards here. It'll be Josh Chapman with this throw for Slough. Slough still leading 1-0. Goal coming on 35 minutes from Perry Coles. Long ball in, looking for Flood. Flood wins the header. It's flicked on well by Warren Harris. Headed away by Galliner. It'll come here towards Togwell. Then Hancock flicks the next header on, only as far as Davies. Davies flicks it here towards Lynch. Lynch on this left-hand side, overruns the ball. It's picked out by Summerfield, who then finds Evans. Evans coming down this right-hand side, cutting inside past Wells. Plays the ball behind Taylor, and it will go through to Jack Turner, and Turner will just stand there and wait until Taylor comes close to him before picking it up. And we've played 31 minutes of this second half. Slough still with that 1-goal lead. And the second half has been rather as uneventful as the first half. As Turner, long kick by him, ball cleared by Francis, comes in there and Josh Chapman gets his body in the way and finds Togwell. Togwell's little play forward finds Warren Harris. Harris down the right hand side, looking for Flood, and Flood is offside. His first shirt tug in on the far hand side it's been given for. And it's a free kick to Stratford Town, which they'll leave for the goalkeeper Connor to come across to take. And you'll see the third and final substitution for Stratford Town is coming on is Ben Stevens, who's their leading goal scorer here. And again, we don't know who's come off. Number 9.
Stratford Town replacing number 9, Edwin Akinora.
It's Akinkora is the player off, and then Ben Stevens is the player on. Stevens with 21 goals to his name so far this season. Can he get one here to get Stratford back in this game? He immediately goes and plays up front. And it's played forwards here by the goalkeeper Connor. Headed away by Chapman. Chapman gets a second chance to head it on and finds Togwell. Togwell's ball comes back out towards Smart. Smart hits his clearance straight at Bacco and is being forced backwards here. Still trying to flick the ball up and trying to clear the ball. Does well to clear it. Come off the head of Harris towards Togwell. Held up here by Chris Flood. Still trying to shield the ball from Thomas, plays it in. Warren Harris got goal side of Francis and runs down into the box. He's only got Perry Coles coming in, tries to find Matt Lynch, but it's hooked clear in the end by Marsden. That'll be out for a corner to the Rebels. That's if they can find the ball. And it's a corner to the Rebels on the far hand side. With Dobson off the pitch, it'll be Matt Lynch who comes across to take it. Nisbet and Smart again go forwards for the Rebels here this afternoon. We're into, I've got about 12 minutes left of this second half. Not been the most eventful of games that you'll ever hear or be at. But Slough will just be holding out for a victory here. And it is Lynch who will take this one. It's an outswinging corner here for the Rebels. And it's played in. It comes off the head of Taylor, goes across the goal. Nisbet tries to get a touch to it. It does. Nisbet is the one that gets a touch, but only as far as the goalkeeper Connor. And still long kick down the field, free header for Wells. Wells's header is intelligent, finding Lynch. Lynch just holds it up and finds Chapman. Chapman just pretends to play the ball and then skips past Taylor, then chips the ball forward, looking for the run of Coles. Coles tries to get to the goalkeeper, but Francis just marshals him away, and it's an easy take for the goalkeeper Connor, who can put another long kick into this night sky. Underneath it will be Togwell for Slough. His touch finds Wells, who volleys the ball forward. He's looking for Chris Flood. Flood here up against Thomas. Thomas gets a little back header to it. Still got Flood. Oh, that is never a free kick, Lino. Oh my word. It's terrible here, but as soon as a player gets touched, they're going down and winning a free kick, and the referee is just letting every single play from both sides. It's not just either side that are doing it, but both sides are winning the softest of free kicks you will ever see. Connor takes the free kick aimed forwards. Stevens does well to win the header, only as far as Davies for Slough. Plays it back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Turner under pressure. Oh, Taylor just tries to get him there, and the referee is going to pull that for a foul on Taylor, and Taylor's going to get a yellow card for that challenge on the goalkeeper, as Taylor chased it down. Is she going to book him? I think she is. And yep, Taylor gets a yellow card for that challenge, and he becomes the third Stratford Town player into the book here this afternoon. And it's going to be a free kick for the Rebels, and it will be Jack Turner to take this free kick for Slough. It's just on the edge of his 18 yard box. Long ball forward by him. Played forward, looking for Warren Howard. Headed away by Francis. Comes through Davies. Davies cushion header to find Togwell. Togwell's ball is poor. It gives the Baku the chance to shield the ball out. It's a throw to Stratford on the far hand side. Taken quickly. Now looking for a foul throw and get a foul throw. And it's a throw now given to Slough. On the far hand side, Josh Chapman will take this one. And Chapman's throw, looking for Flood. Headed away well there by Thomas. It goes all the way back out of play for another throw to the Rebels. And again, it's on that far hand side. Chapman will be the player who takes it. Matt Day and Sean Fraser just warming up on the far hand side. But it's Chapman with this throw for the Rebels as we come into the last 10 minutes here. Headed onwards by Flood. Ball cleared by Marsden. Not the best of clearances. It's taken a deflection and comes through to Scott Davies in towards Wells. Wells inside the centre circle. Chipping the ball forwards. Headed away by Francis. Baku gets there first and ball plays in for Warren Harris. Thomas is there trying to shield the ball. It has to take a touch. Clears the ball only as far as Davies. Davies a little touch in towards Lynch. Back out here towards Davies. Davies has got George Wells on the ball comes out towards Wells. Finds Perry Coles. Coles trying to turn here up against Summerfield. Finds Wells. Wells with a little ball down looking for Lynch. Lynch gets fouled by Hancock, and I get the funny feeling he'll be the fourth player from Stratford in the book this evening. Now, if I was being sexist, I would say that she's booking players to get their telephone numbers, but that would be wrong. But she's certainly filling up her little black book here this afternoon with Stratford players. And it'll be a free kick for the Rebels. And it's around about 15 yards away from the Stratford goal, but quite close to the sidelines. Lynch and Cole standing over this for Slough. And Slough just getting some bodies into position. Taking quickly here towards Perry Coles. Hits it with power. It's blocked by Evans. It'll come out here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch with the ball back here towards Scott Davies. Davies just lets the ball come back before he's just takes a touch and then looks to play the ball forwards. It's going to be off the foot of Gallagher trying to find Hancock. Hancock's with the ball forward for Taylor to chase, but Smart's there for Slough. His clearance comes towards Chapman. Chapman being closed down Backo, and Chapman does the right sensible thing, puts it out of the ground, and suddenly the ball comes back really quickly for Stratford Town. And it's Thomas that will take this throw, and it's a throw. Comes in. Slough won the ball back here with Togwell trying to find Gallagher. The ball's gone out of play, and it's a throw to Stratford Town. I don't know how that happened. Stevens takes the throw quickly in towards Hancock's. Chased down by Togwell in towards Francis. Just gets the ball caught in between his feet, but clears the ball over the head of Taylor's. He cleared by Nisbet. Comes out here, and the ball's chipped forwards. It's a poor ball, and it's out of play for a goal kick. And let's just say a couple of Stratford Town fans say that they give their opinion in an expressive way, is the way to say it politely. It's a goal kick here to the Rebels. We're into the final 6 minutes here at the Mood Chimp Stadium. Still Slough with this 1-0 lead coming from Perry Coles in the first half. As Turner, long kick down the field. Flood will flick this ball on and try and find Lynch. Lynch up against Summerfield. Summerfield wins the header. It comes through to Marsden, who clears the ball long here. Wells is underneath it for Slough and can clear deep inside the Stratford half. Lynch tries to get there first, and Summerfield and Lynch both go down, and again it's poor by the referee. This is the referee. The sex of the referee isn't of any importance, but that is never a yellow card. It's a yellow card to Matt Lynch, and it's a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge, and it's a yellow card. I just don't understand where this referee's coming from. That is going to be booking number 4 for Matt Lynch this season, and it's a free kick here to Stratford Town. And it's played in here. Nathan Smart with a free header. Gets caught here by Stevens. Ball comes through here to Hancock, so he can clear. It's a long ball for Josh Chapman to chase. He'll hook the ball away for the Rebels. Underneath it is Warren House is going to leave it for Coles. Coles tries to head the ball into the path of Flood. It's cooked here by Galliner. Jackman wins the header, only as far as Marsden. Marsden takes it down, runs straight into Togbell, but skips past him and then finds Stevens. Stevens chips the ball in, looking for Taylor. Taylor trying to get there. Wells gets his body in the way, and it's bouncing around. Wells has got it in towards Taylor. Goes across goal, and Jackman can clear. That was a really good chance for Stratford. Summerfield heads the ball on, and Davis has won it back here for the Rebels. That ball should have been put away by Stratford. It's cleared now, looking for Perry Coles. Coles on his own, needs a little bit of help. Holds the ball up. It's got Warren Harris with him, but plays it off Thomas. It's out of play for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. And Coles will leave it for Josh Jackman to come across and take. And it's Josh Jackman to take this throw. Halfway inside the Stratford half. The throw finds Chris Flood. Holds the ball up by the corner flag. Tries to play it off and plays it off Francis for another throw to the Rebels. This one's quite by the corner flag, and they'll keep hold of the ball here and try and find it in. It's Josh Jackman with this throw, just looking for an option, and finds Warren Harris, who's going to keep it in the corner here for the Rebels. Up against Marsden. Warren Harris just keeps turning, playing it back in towards that place. Tries to dink a little ball in. It's come across the byline here, and Hancock's clears for Stratford, only as far as Davis. Davis' little cushion header finds Ledge. Hits it first time, hits Galliner on the back, and it'll come out here towards Coles. Coles keeps the ball in for Slough. Plays it for Lynch. Lynch comes on the left-hand side to take the ball up against Summerfield. Plays the ball in here towards Davies. Davies takes a touch, looking to chip the ball into the box, looking for Warren Harris. Cleared there by Thomas. Only as far as Baku. Baku has to come inwards, and it's here with Hancock's. Hancock's with the ball out on the far-hand side, looking for Thomas, the left back. Thomas plays it down the line for Stevens to chase, but Nathan Smart's there for Slough, and he plays it back here towards Jack Turner, who's allowed to take a touch and clears. Not the best clearances, but Davies got absolutely flattened by Marsden there. The ball played in, and Wells heads the ball at Taylor, and the referee says there's an offside against Taylor, and Scott Davies is down on the ground injured. Just ran into Marsden. The two of them just collided, and it's going to be a free kick to Slough anyway for an offside decision. And I will give you the latest scores from the Southern Premier League in a second for you.
Could I support us not to stand in the no standing area, please, the yellow shaded area? Thank you very much.
Just a bit of fun going on here with the Slough fans standing in the wrong place. Long kick here by Turner, comes off the head of Thomas into central position. Galliner heads the ball away. Togwell trying to get there for Slough, but it comes here towards Marsden. Marsden trying to find Stevens. Stevens has the ball, playing it out here towards Evans. Evans just takes it in his stride, but just a bit wide. Shut up. Ball back here towards Stevens, being chased by Lynch. Battle of the ponytails here. Ball play back out here towards Marsden. Marsden chips the ball forwards, headed away by George Well. Marsden then takes it down on his chest. Ball flicked in here, looking for Stevens, but Scott Davis flicks it into the path of Togbell. Back out here towards Wells. Wells' ball was poor. It'll come through though to Chris Flood. Flood trying to find Perry Coles. It's blocked. Found by Thomas. Thomas plays the ball over. Wells wins the header again. Comes out towards Bacco. He's now on this right hand side. Finds Marsden. Back out here with Bacco in towards Marsden. So now with players behind. Comes side ball for Summerfield to bring the ball forwards down this right hand side. And Summerfield crosses into the box, and it's over the head of Jackman. Warren Harris gets a touch too. He's going to chase his own little flick on here, but Thomas is there first on the far hand side. Warren Harris just defends well, gives the ball here towards Jackman, and Jackman can clear down the field for the Rebels only as far as Francis. Volleys the ball back in, but it's a hit to Scott Davies, and Davies will just play it here towards Nathan Smart. Smart has the ball on his 18-yarder. Plays a long ball for all the way though to the goalkeeper Connor. That's a waste of a ball there by the Rebels. Give you the latest scores. We're into added time. No indication of added time as Connor just puts it high into the air. Galliner heads it back to him so he can have another touch. It's Banbury 1, Biggleswade 0, Dorchester 1, Bishop Stortford 0, Dunstable 1, Kettering 2, Farnborough 1, Tiverton 3, Gosport 0, St Ives 0, Hereford 3, Chesham 0, 5-0 for Hitchin against Frome, Kingsley 0, Merthyr 0, Kings Langley 4, St Neots 3, Redditch 1, Weymouth 2, Royston 1, Basingstoke 0. Ball here with Matt Lynch. Plays it in, looking for Coles. Oh, Coles does well. Dips the ball over the top of the head of Hancock and keeps the ball in on the far hand side. He's got Flood and Warren Harris if he needs it. He's going to head towards the corner flag. No, gives the ball here towards Davies. Davies would come forwards, just holds the ball up. Hancock's just chasing him down and plays the ball in here towards Togwell. Back out here towards Davies. Now keeping the ball well here on this far hand side. But Thomas comes across and intercepts. And plays the ball down the field here for Bacco. Bacco in towards Hancock. Hancock's just blasts the ball down here. It's a long ball for Slough. Jack Turner. Oh, he's out of his goal. Ball comes towards Taylor, who tries to shoot from distance. He puts it wide over the goal. And Nathan Smart is being told by Jack Turner to make sure you clear the ball.
Goes to number 6, Andy Gallagher.
And they've made Andy Gallagher it's the full-time whistle here at the Moodchimp Stadium. That is a rather boring game of football, I'm afraid. Wasn't the best of games, I'm afraid. Not a lot of goal mouth action. Slough have got the 1-goal lead here, given to them by Perry Coles with a good goal in the 35th minute. That's all that separates the two sides here, and it means that Slough record their second ever victory over Stratford Town. And it's finished here 1-0 as the Slough players just go over to clap the visiting support. And it's all over here. And some rather stupid people in front of me. So there you go. So the players coming off the pitch here to a round of applause here. The Rebels with those 3 points as they again search to keep that playoff place going there. And it's all over here at Slough. We'll just see if we can find you the latest scores in some of the other games for you in a second. Thank you all so far for listening. It's another clean sheet for Jack Turner. And it's a trip to Biggleswade Town next for the Rebels on Tuesday evening, the 10th, with a 7:45 kickoff. Full-time score, Hereford have won 3-0. And the Rebels have won in their only real shot of target in the first half that they had. And it's not been the greatest of games that you'll ever see. But I presume that's why football is always that you're grateful of the 3 points. We'll be back on Tuesday evening with the game against Biggleswade. Until then, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll be back with that's 12 points in 9 days for the Rebels. So until then, thank you all for listening in. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll be back Tuesday. So there you go. Thanks a lot.